2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Boston Celtics. And it's the Kings to start out. So with Ginobili on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. Davis is out there with Paul George. Then there's West. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Duncan in at the center position. Now here's George. Shot clock at 5. And the three ball is good. George has got the game going here with the first basket for Sacramento. Wade against West. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. George looking over the floor. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to George. Launches it. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Robertson outside. Down low. Paul George with the steal. West against Robertson. The baseline J. West can't hit.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher. Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
The Celtics shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, George. Now the pass to Duncan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A tremendous scorer with the ball in his hands. Duncan, just too much for the D to handle.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Throw good, Duncan.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
Duncan hits them both. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. West against Wade. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And the ball handling of Wade, outstanding work getting crafty with it and converting because of that creativity.
To the paint, Gilgeous-Alexander. Robertson with the steal. Pass to Irving. And Davis sends it back. George with the ball. Over to the wing. For 3, West drains the three-pointer.
And that's what you get when you combine the range and just his overall confidence. Mr. Outside.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Here is Robertson. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Robertson. That one doesn't go. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Here's Garnett. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Passes it to George. Over Robertson. The rebound by the Celtics.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
The shot by Robertson, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Irving passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And Davis sends it back. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. It's good.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
To the inside. Robertson can't get it to go. Kings leading now by 7. Pass to George. Inside. Here's Duncan. The rebound by the Celtics. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Garnett. And Davis sends it back. West against Wade. A step-back shot here. No good from West.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Garnett in the post. West is there. The putback, and staying with the play, Abdul-Jabbar.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Wade against West. George, that's a two-pointer. Offensive rebound.
Oh, great effort on the boards. AD playing hard.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Over George. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul. It goes against Sacramento.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
And both free throws good for Abdul-Jabbar. Kings leading now by 5. Ginobili the pass to West. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. West has got his 2nd basket of the night.
I mean, that's what I'd call the prototype. When you talk about catching and shooting, West squares those shoulders, elbow in perfect alignment. Money.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
"17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. West outside, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And here's Maravich for 3. And so it's Sacramento in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Celtics trailed by 8. Maravich is out there with Dominique Wilkins. Then there's Kevin McHale. Then it's Pierce. And it's Gilmore in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander, following Pete Maravich's 3. Good work there as it goes.
There's the focus from SGA, the ability to absorb contact and finish.
Now here's Pierce. Still scoreless. The 3 ball. Kings leading now by 7 to the middle. Here's Ginobili. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And the touch from Ginobili, so clever and confident on the interior.
Maravich kicks to McHale. Good, nice job down low.
Timeout.
Wilkins has got his first points in this one.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. Boston making some changes. Wade comes in for Pierce, and it's Robertson in for Maravich. Then for the Kings, Davis is checked in for Duncan. Petrovic is checked in for West, and it's Moncrief in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here is Moncrief, and Davis now top of the key, and he can extend the lead to double digits.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Wade.
Well, this is perhaps the best weapon in Dwayne Wade's very varied arsenal. The feel in the paint, incredible.
Robertson against Moncrief. Petrovic, stolen by Wade. Here's Robertson, and no good, trying to use the glass.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility, just terrific job defensively.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
That one good for 2. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
That's all you can do. Dwayne Wade is too experienced and too comfortable shooting over defenders.
Moncrief the pass to Ginobili. Here's the pass to Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Kevin McHale.
And to the line goes Davis. So long and talented. Most years, he's top 10 in free throw attempts.
No good on the free throw.
And a member of the NBA 75 team, Anthony Davis is the rare franchise player, someone you build your entire organization around.
Paul George is checked in for Ginobili. Pass to Petrovic. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
Moncrief against Robertson. Here's Petrovic. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got 5 rebounds tonight, and it's Wade in the corner. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time. And now just a 1-point Sacramento lead.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Here's Moncrief. Still yet to score. Pass to George. Here's Petrovic. Wade is covering.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
Wade for 3. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Pass to Petrovic. And here's George. Covered by Irving. Sacramento moving it around. Moncrief's shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Irving. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And despite those shooting problems in the first quarter, they have the lead and look like they're finally getting it together offensively.
Now here's Moncrief. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Robertson.
Yeah, and consistency is the name of the game for Moncrief. Anytime you play him, you're in for a night of all-around basketball.
Maravich, he's checked in for Robertson. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for the Kings. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Petrovic. And Garnett misses. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. The rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Irving. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Shoots the ball as well as any big. Very versatile out on the floor. Garnett draws a lot of contact here.
Pierce is checked in for the Celtics. West is checked in for the Kings. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Davis. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lob pass to George. And George with the stuff.
Boy, you love to see that vision from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Spread the love, young sir.
And here's Boston. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maravich kicks to Pierce. Down low, Garnett. And he converts the layup. Garnett's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Here's Wade driving inside. And he banks in the layup. Wade's got 15 points.
So quick with that first step. Wade finds a lane there and exploits it for the deuce.
Wayne Wade, he's been the guy making things happen.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Looking at the Celtics, they've battled hard, not letting their loss in Game 1 affect their performance tonight. But the second half is going to tell the tale of whether they go into Game 3 desperate for a win or with momentum on their side and a 1-1 series tie. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
There's been a ton of energy in this building.
And that wraps up the
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So with Ginobili on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. West is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Duncan. And there's Davis. And it's George in the 3 spot.
Reads shot trajectories so well. Garnett understands how to capitalize on that offensive glass. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And of course, he makes good use of it.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And it's West missing.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Here is Robertson. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
"90 seconds now into the second half. Abdul-Jabbar looking over the floor. Fires it up. They get it again.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
West outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
George against Irving. Paul George with the steal. Now here's West. Defense right on him. From deep. And Boston with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Cloak loose. West with the steal. To the paint. Garnett with the block.
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
Shot from the wing. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw drops for Robertson. The Kings trail by 6. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander over McHale. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Back to Robertson. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Boston with another.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Ginobili outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And this is how assertive Ginobili is. Outstanding with the catch and shoot.
From deep, Robertson. Here's McHale. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. It's Ginobili on the wing. And the 3 off target.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Irving from long range. Here's Gilmore. Second chance shot. Duncan with the block. Here's Petrovic. He's covered by Irving. And that one's good by Petrovic. Boston leading by 4. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pierce is checked in. .139 left in the third. For 3. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Wilkins surveying the defense. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
And the Celtics making a change here. Maravich is checked in. Here's George. That one, no good. Nice D from McHale. Robertson outside. McHale trying to free himself up. No good from Robertson.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
The Celtics with the lead. Outside, Maravich puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Kings. Duncan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Petrovic, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Duncan with the block. And there's the feed to George. And George with the stuff.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pierce the pass to McHale. Back to Pierce. The pass to Gilmore. Just 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And the foul called on Kevin McHale. That's foul number 2 for him. Launches it from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Kings ahead. Scoring 10 unanswered to finish off the quarter. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. And here are the Kings now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Garnett is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Irving. Then there's Wade. And it's Maravich in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Kings.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Duncan with the block. And so it's West with it. He brings it up for the Kings. 4-point game. Pass to Petrovic. Releases. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his 4th assist in this one.
And and so in control of the game. West keeping the defense off balance with that pass.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Ginobili kicks it to West. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And he makes good on the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Sacramento making some changes. Paul George comes in for Petrovic. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Manu Ginobili. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot missing. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Irving kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Gilgeous-Alexander against Maravich. Just 4 to shoot. Irving passes to Maravich to tie it up. It's rebounded by West.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Wade against West. Outside, George. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Misses in close. Maravich against Duncan. Here's Irving. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Clearly a foul.
First one falls for him.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Robertson, he's checked in for the Celtics.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Irving passes to Garnett. Great D that time from Davis. Kings leading now by 5. Pass to George. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. No good from West.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Here's Garnett, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they recover it.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game. Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
And there's the pass to West. Puts it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Here's Wade. Here's Garnett. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. All free throws good from Kevin Garnett.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Robertson. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. Garnett can't get it to go. Nobody near George. Good on the triple. And the Kings lead by 7.
Once Paul George has the first couple go down, now he knows he's cooking, and it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Here's Davis. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Gilgeous-Alexander against Wade.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's George. So the Kings win it, and this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan.
Day50 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the Utah Jazz facing the New York Knicks. Here are the starters for Utah. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Anthony, and it's Allen in at the 2. Now here's Anthony. Pass to Kemby. Doncic outside. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. Can't hit from in close.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Inside. Here's O'Neal. Lays it up and banks it in.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Anthony outside. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Here's Leonard. Sinks the 15-footer.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Just over a minute and a half in. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And here's Doncic outside. O'Neal pulls it in.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Leonard looking around. Over Anthony, and he sinks the 11-footer.
He'll get to his shot. Kawhi with a whole bag of tricks from in close.
Ball against Doncic. Antetokounmpo up top. Back to Doncic. For 3, Allen. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds now. Out to the right wing. Paul against Doncic. Pass to Baylor. From 17. Count it.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Knocks it loose. Paul with a steal. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Up and over Doncic. Paul shot is off. Utah trailing here. Antetokounmpo, left side. Allen outside. Pass to Anthony. Back to Allen to end the drought. Fires in the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Baylor. Allen defending. Paul taking his time here. Pass to Leonard. The 3 ball. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Leonard's got 7.
Yeah, he's off to an impressive start. Always nice to get 3 of your first 4 to drop.
Timeout called. The Jazz.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. Here's Cooper. Pass to Worthy. Over Leonard. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Olajuwon passes to Russell. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Here's Kuzi. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Here's Dumars. Pass to Anunoby. There's a minute 12 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Howard. Here's Kuzi. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Here's Worthy. Leonard defending. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. The Jazz making a switch here. Bridges is checked in. .46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Dumars. Back to Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Bridges outside. Here's Dumars. And the 3 off target.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Here's Kuzi. Pass to Leonard. Fader on the way. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And so it's the New York Knicks closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
We've got Chris Paul, and it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And Doncic launches from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And working on becoming more dangerous from deep. Doncic doesn't lack confidence pulling up from way downtown.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
So both free throws good from Allen.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Paul passes to O'Neal. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. The feed, the jam, Giannis.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Here's a three from Paul. The offensive rebound. Mullen. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
New York, no good that time either. And the Jazz with possession. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Luka, get off me!
And the strength of Doncic allows him to play through contact. Surprised he didn't get the star treatment there. No whistle.
Pass to Mullen. Rebounded by the Jazz. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's the teardrop and rejected. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession. Jordan's checked in for Utah. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo for 3. The rebound by Baylor. The Knicks with the lead. To the wing, right side. Here's Mullen. Nice D from Allen.
He was so well positioned to interfere with the shot.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Anthony, the pass to Doncic. The Jazz again can't hit. And here are the Knicks. Pass to Baylor. To snap the cold streak. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Allen outside. And here's Anthony. Now here's Jordan. Allen on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Counted from distance. Allen's got 5 points now this quarter.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Timeout called, the Knicks.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Howard's checked in for Jordan. And the Knicks with the possession here. Trailing by 2. Here's Kuzi. Pass to Baylor. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Allen. Rebound, Utah.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
And he gets that one. And now a 4-point Utah lead.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. A minute 37 left in the first half. And yep, it's good. Howard's gotten his second bucket.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Leonard on the wing. Over Anthony. They grab their own miss. It's good. O'Neal's got 7.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Doncic passes to Antetokounmpo. 1:02 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Howard. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. To the paint. Howard against Leonard. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul of the game. O'Neal passes to Leonard. Over Anthony.
After that insane start, he's really cooled down here in the second quarter.
Over Leonard. Anthony misses.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Here's O'Neal. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 16-5 run. It's stolen by Leonard. He's got a clear path. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Anthony.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard.
9 seconds left in the second quarter. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's Kuzi. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's a tie game in New York. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. We're reporting to you live here in this sold-out arena. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. For the Knicks, they've battled hard, not letting their loss in Game 1 affect their performance tonight. But the second half is going to tell the tale of whether they go into Game 3 desperate for a win or with momentum on their side and a 1-1 series tie. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
I like how they're working the ball down low and finding easy looks. They may be tempted to switch things up in the second half, but I say stick with it. Force the other team to adjust to the way you play.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Carmelo Anthony. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Allen in at the 2. No coverage that time. Allen's got 11. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Paul against Doncic. Paul passes to O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. Fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes. 5 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Allen outside. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Pass to Allen. To the left wing. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Oh, yes! Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Leonard outside. Offensive board.
Just outworking the shooter, keeping the shot off target and bagging the rebound.
Russell against Doncic. Antetokounmpo outside. Against contact. Giannis stays strong.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Outside Paul. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Great positioning on the putback. Russell's got his second basket of the night.
Great anticipation on the tip in. He was ready to make that play.
Doncic passes to Howard. Misses off the left iron.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Here's Mullen. He's guarded by Bridges. Leonard outside. Clock at 6. Here's a three from Paul. The Knicks keep it alive. The shot by Russell, no good.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And it's not always Leonard's forte, but he's really developed a solid passing game.
Now Bridges. And it's going to be out of bounds with the Jazz retaining possession. Here's Dumars. Pass to Cooper. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Howard's got his third basket on the night right there.
They have no answer defensively inside.
It's stolen away. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept the extra pass mentality the whole way.
Jordan's checked in for Utah. Here's Kuzi. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. To the left side wing. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. New York trailing. Kuzi, the pass to Russell. .114 left in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Kuzi. And again, the Knicks missing. Utah with the ball. Here's Dumars. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dumars has gotten his first basket of the night.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Leonard. Leonard taking him on.
Showing off a little muscle on that finish. Kawhi might look calm, but his game is loud.
Pass to Worthy. Here's Battier. Misses the three. A tight one here in New York City. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. With the drive. Mullen pass to Olajuwon. Here's Kuzi from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Dumars. Oh, there's the alley. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on a recent huddle.
Defensively, we got to do a better job.
Thanks for joining us again for round one of the NBA playoffs. We've got Chris Paul, and it's Olajuwon in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. On offense, here's Utah. Anthony outside. To the middle. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, the Jazz making a change here. Doncic checked in. Now here's Paul. Pass to O'Neal. The rebound by the Jazz. Camby's got his 5th rebound in this one. Doncic outside. Antetokounmpo up top. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Doncic. This one for 3. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. And the Jazz lead by 6. Here's Paul over Doncic. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Allen pass to Doncic. And Doncic with the jam.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Outside Paul. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. They need this. Drills it from deep. Paul's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
The consistency of Paul's three-point shot is really something. He is a real troublemaker at the arc.
Here's Doncic. Sinks that one from the post. Doncic has got 7 now in this quarter.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Outside Paul. Pass to Baylor. Up and over Doncic. O'Neal controls the rebound and the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Doncic against Paul. Puts it up from 12. Got a hand on it. And he lobs it up top. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
And it's Camby missing.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
A nice shot by Mullen.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the Knicks. It's a one-point game. To take the lead, buries the jump shot. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Doncic left side. Shoots over Paul. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Defenders have to play Doncic tightly. He knows that and uses the pump fake to his advantage.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
And the Knicks call time here. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
This timeout gives them a chance to strategize because whatever the game plan they have, it's not working.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
What an unbelievable offensive performance from him tonight. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter here. So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
He missed the chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
Down low. Here's O'Neal, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
Doncic with it. Launches it from deep. O'Neal pulls it in. Here's Kuzi, guarded by Doncic. Throws it up high.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Doncic passes to Allen. Oh, bangs home the 3.
I-C-E, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Pass to Anthony. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's Leonard. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
As calm as they come, Kawhi Leonard. A great guy to have at the stripe in these moments.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw. And the Knicks making a change here. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
And Utah calls time here. They're down by 1. There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now.
A good look from Allen. It's in!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Ball against Doncic. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
23 seconds left to play in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
Yeah, a bona fide superstar. Luka is a great bet to deliver here. What composure at the line, forcing your opponent to look for the three-pointer now.
And the Knicks call time here. They trail by 3. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Back to O'Neal. And it's rejected. And now they foul and stop the clock. Gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Yeah, foul shots aren't Giannis's strong suit, but here's his chance to show up the haters.
And he's unable to get the second one. Here's Baylor. And the Knicks miss again. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2-0 now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.